Hello everyone, this is Shivraj. Welcome to my YouTube channel SQL Age. Today we are going to start the new course on the SQL Server named SQL Server Foundation course, and this course will be very useful for beginner students, professionals who want to start a career in the data engineering. In this video, we will install SQL Server Developer Edition and SQL Server Management Studio, which will be the basic software for running our SQL queries and understanding the SQL language to perform various tasks and to connect with the real-world applications and the websites. So basically, in SQL Server, there are different editions we'll be having. We are going to install the developer edition. Before that, let me explain you what are the different SQL Server editions we are having. Before moving to the different kinds of edition, let me revise it once. SQL Server is the database, a relational database that is developed by the Microsoft, which can be used to connect or store the information connected to the various softwares, various applications. And as these are the relational database, we can interrelate the different or multiple tables together so that we can utilize them to store the data, manipulate the data, to retrieve the data very efficiently using the SQL as a primary language. As I mentioned, there are different kinds of editions we are having in the SQL Server. Let me move to the next slide and we'll explain you what are the different kinds of editions we are having. So SQL Server comes in several editions and each designed for a different types of workloads, business sizes, and the use cases. Here are a breakdown of most common ones I have given. So basically there are four important kind of editions we are having in the SQL Server: Enterprise, Standard, Express, and Developer. First, let's discuss about the Enterprise Edition. As I mentioned here, the Enterprise Edition will be available with all the features, and this is used for critical workloads. So it will be like performing very high scalability. With it comes with the advanced security, so this will be used by large organizations, and obviously it will have the license cost. So enterprise is used by the majority of the companies in the real world, and they pay license cost to the Microsoft for this SQL Server database. Then we are having the standard edition. Standard edition is again a basic database. This is used for reporting and analytics features. This is also paid, but obviously it is cheaper than the enterprise edition. As we know, enterprise edition used by the multiple or the big companies, whereas the standard edition also used by some of the companies for reporting softwares and analytics features. The next one we are having as a Express edition. Express edition, again, it is a free edition with limitations. What kind of limitations we will have here? We will have the database size limitation, then security limitations. So this will be basically good for the lightweight apps. This is also a free software where we can utilize these free softwares provided by the Microsoft for our practice for building a small applications, etc. Then last one we are having a developer edition. This is same features as an enterprise, but it is a free. So we are saying this will be coming as of same features as an enterprise edition, but it is a free of cost, and this will be licensed only for the development and learning. So this will be a very best software for the students and the learners, right? So we can say like developer edition will be free with all the features, but it is a non-production. So let's see how we can download and install these free softwares in our machine. What you need to do is you need to go to the Microsoft website. You simply open the Google Chrome and simply you can type out here like Microsoft SQL Server. Let me type it, Microsoft SQL Server. So it will take you to the downloads page. So once you click on this Microsoft SQL Server downloads page, you will see there are different kinds of editions available for downloads, right? You can see here on-premise SQL Server Azure, SQL Server Developer, SQL Server Express Edition. So our today's video is dedicated to downloading and installing the SQL Server Developer Edition. We can see SQL Server can be installed again on Windows, Linux and Docker as well. So it works on a multiple operating systems as well. So let's focus on our today's demo that we are going to install the SQL Server Developer Edition. So click on this download now option. It will download an file which will be an exe file. That means it can be installed. Double click on it to start the installation of this developer edition. Here you need to choose the option which software you need to install, whether you want to install the basic edition. So if you select the basic installation type to install the SQL Server, it will have all the features by default configuration. Then custom, here we can customize the features, like different features we'll be having, so that we can choose while installing this software. So let's choose the basic, which is most common. Then accept the terms and conditions and click on accept. It will ask you to install, so click on install this. So once, it will be a very huge size we'll be having, so if you click on the install, it will again take some time to install this. You can see here it is having some installation data. It will extract some files from the installation file and start installation on your machine. Right, so it will install just the SQL Server on your machine. So once you install the SQL Server, now for any software you install, to run that software we need some media, and for the SQL Server the media is SSMS, which is nothing but the SQL Server Management Studio. So SQL Server Management Studio, it is an application that will be helpful to write the SQL queries, where we can write a small or large SQL queries and we can run against a database. So once this SQL Server developer edition download and installation successful, we need to download and install the SSMS as well. I'm not going to download and install this entire SQL Server because in my machine SQL Server is already there. So I'm just going to show you how we can download the SSMS. So you same again on the Google URL, you have to go and you have to click on SSMS download. So SSMS is nothing but it is a Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. So this will be used for managing and running your SQL queries. So you can see the very first link here, install SQL Server Management Studio. Click on this link and you will see the Microsoft site where you can see the different versions of SQL Server Management Studio. So scroll down and at some point you will see download the SSMS 21. So that is what you need to download, Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. So you have to click on this download SSMS 21 and it will download again a installation file .exe file, which you need to click on open and you have to run the installation. So it will simply install the SSMS on your machine. Once this setup has been complete, you have to restart the machine and then you have to go to your programs and feature and you have to see whether it is downloaded the SQL Server or not. Where you can see under the programs and features, you will see there will be a software called Microsoft SQL Management Studio, as well as you will see the Microsoft SQL Server as well. So here is a Microsoft SQL Server, right? So like this, we can download and install the SQL Server as well as the SQL Server Management Studio. Once it is complete and you restart your machine, you can just search on the SSMS and you will be able to see the Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio application is available on your machine. You just need to click on and you will see the application is running fine on your machine now. So this is how you can download the SQL Server and SQL Server Management Studio, right? So this is just a simple method we are having. So in this video, what we have learned, the different editions, different versions of a SQL Server and how to download and install the SQL Server as well as the SQL Server Management Studio. The links for both SQL Server and SSMS I will be providing in this video description. So Just install the SQL Server and keep ready your machine for the next videos where we are going to start the actual queries and actual understanding of the SQL Server basic concepts. Thank you everyone.